It's not every day that we get to see a film experience a reboot 3 times, but in the Fantastic Four's case, it does. John Krasinski is the latest actor to fulfill the role of Dr. Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, but recently, MCU fans expressed their worries about John Krasinski's future after the director aired a comment. What exactly did this director say that could affect the actor's position in the franchise? Tune in to find out more in today's video. First up, fans of MCU expressed their worry over John Krasinski's future, thanks to the utilization of the multiverse in Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. MCU fans have experienced more than their fair share of amazing character introductions. One of those was John Krasinski's electrifying performance as Reed Richards, which gave the MCU its first glimpse of the Fantastic Four before their upcoming solo film. One of the most well-liked candidates for the character of Mr. Fantastic in fan casting was Krasinski, who had also been mentioned in MCU rumors going back 3 years. With the MCU's first portrayal of the Illuminati, John Krasinski, a former star of The Office, surprised everyone by wearing the blue suit and using his enviable intellect and supple powers. The major question is whether Krasinski will get to play the Earth 616 version of Mr. Fantastic in the upcoming Fantastic Four movie, now that Doctor Strange 2 has properly established him as the MCU's Mr. Fantastic. Recently, the director of this most recent film commented on the circumstance in the recently published audio commentary, but it has fans considering the future rather differently. The Multiverse of Madness director Sam Raimi revealed that Marvel big shot Kevin Feige wanted to give the fans what they wanted by casting John Krasinski in the role of Reed Richards. Sam Raimi, the film's director, offered his thoughts on John Krasinski's choice to play Reed Richards in the audio commentary for Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Raimi mentioned that Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige intended to offer the fans their ideal casting for that character, noting how many of them had pictured Krasinski in it. It's so funny that Kevin Feige cast John Krasinski because the fans had a dream of who the perfect Reed Richards would be, Raimi said in the commentary. And because this is an alternate universe, I think Kevin said, let's make that dream come true. I've always really enjoyed all his performances. Because of Raimi's specific wording, some fans believe that Krasinski was only chosen for his role in an alternate universe to fulfill their fantasies. They fear that this means that the actor will not return to reprise his role as Reed Richards from Earth 616. A certain fan who goes by the username @BeakerJosh took to Twitter about how Raimi included this casting in Doctor Strange 2 because the fans demanded it, but only used the character for a brief period on screen. Sam Raimi said he put John Krasinski's Reed Richards into Multiverse of Madness since the fans wanted it, yet he literally took the thing we've been asking for and killed it with only 5 minutes of screen time, if that, the fan wrote. So does Raimi's comment mean that Krasinski's place in the franchise is in limbo? In Doctor Strange 2, as the Illuminati started to emerge, John Krasinski added to the gravitas and demeanor of Reed Richards with particular knowledge of the multiverse. Krasinski was able to give the part the feeling that viewers had been hoping to see in the MCU, and regardless of how the character develops later, Krasinski's portrayal became popular. Even with that achievement, there is still a significant amount of work to be done to introduce the Fantastic Four to the MCU, especially in light of the loss of director John Watts. The eagerly anticipated Solo movie lacks not just its main cast, but has also been officially delayed since it was first revealed back in December 2020. San Diego Comic-Con and D23 2022 might both be excellent venues to disclose more information on this next movie, but Marvel Studios still appears to be in the early phases of making any kind of casting decisions for the Fantastic Four. Even if it's merely to keep up with John Krasinski, fans will keep an eye out for news from such events. Now, let's move on to another topic, and this time, let's focus on how John Krasinski's Dr. Reed Richards is connected to Doctor Doom because of the Multiverse of Madness. Fans have been itching to see the Fantastic Four and their separate characters receive the focus and work they well deserve ever since the massive Fox Studios takeover from Disney. Reed Richards, played by John Krasinski in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, was the first member of Marvel Studios' newly discovered First Family to be used in an unanticipated fashion, including mentioning his wife and kids. But as thrilling as the good guys are, there's another name connected to the group that people are trembling to see make a comeback on the big screen. Doctor Doom, one of the greatest comic book villains of all time, in the opinion of many, is Victor Von Doom. Even if his entrance into the MCU is inevitable, many people are losing patience. One of the few reports about his impending arrival so far suggests that the Latveria ruling villain will emerge in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever at some point. point. Those assertions' veracity is still in doubt. The latest information about an Easter egg in Multiverse of Madness indicates a hilarious connection between Doctor Doom and John Krasinski's Reed Richards, while fans wait to find out when he will join the battle. So how exactly does Doctor Doom fit into the narrative? Fans have enjoyed experiencing the painful journey through the multiverse that Scarlet Witch took, thanks to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is now available on Disney+. The film is available to buy on digital markets in addition to its streaming launch. The audio commentary for the movie is another perk of that digital purchase. The new track contains a ton of delights, but one of the most captivating moments occurs when Reed Richards, played by John Krasinski, appears on screen for the first time. Michael Waldron, the film's writer, stated that Reed Richards is his favorite Marvel Comics character, and that getting to create the character's debut appearance in the MCU was a real honor. Reed Richards is my favorite Marvel Comics character, so it was a real honor to get to write his first entry into the MCU, Waldron said in the commentary. John's such an amazing performer and such a great partner in bringing this role to life for the first time. His suit was designed by Ryan Meinerding, and the gateway he enters via is actually Doctor Doom's time platform, according to producer Richie Palmer. Palmer continued by stating that Doctor Doom's time platform was employed in the design of the teleportation device used by Mr. Fantastic to enter the scene. It's exciting to have a confirmed Doctor Doom Easter egg, but many people may be wondering, what is Doom's time platform? Victor Von Doom, often known as Doctor Doom, is a venerable Fantastic Four antagonist who created a device called the Time Platform. When Doom blackmails Marvel's original family into traveling back in time and taking the Stones of Merlin from the early 18th century, the time-traveling technology was first introduced in Fantastic Four number 5 in 1962. The Fantastic Four utilized the technology later to travel back in time to ancient Egypt, where they encounter Rama Tut, Kang the Conqueror's alter ego. In addition, it almost was destroyed by Cable of X-Force and unintentionally set a dinosaur loose in the Baxter Building, allowing the Avengers to travel back in time to confirm Bucky Barnes' demise during World War II. Although there haven't been many significant occurrences involving the time platform, it did serve to introduce Morgan Le Fay from the year 1211 AD. Fay is a very strong sorceress who in the comic books is half fairy. She also has a direct connection to the Darkhold because it was she who combined the magical scrolls of the elder god Cathon to form the notorious Dark Book of Power. In the source material, Fay and Victor Von Doom have a love bond at one point, and she also assists him in learning the magical arts. Having those weapons in his arsenal made Doctor Doom an even greater menace to Earth's most powerful heroes. So why is this information important and related to Dr. Reed Richards? Well, in the end, it's probably just a silly Easter egg with no real consequences. It might, at the very least, show that Earth 838's Reed Richards has interacted with Doctor Doom frequently, given that he's using what was originally his tech in the comics. They may even be pals. Alternatively, he may have slain Doom in a similar way to how he killed Stephen Strange. It's also possible that Waldron merely used the comics artwork as inspiration. It doesn't make much sense for Reed Richards to be time traveling inside the Illuminati rooms, given the context of the scene. Maybe fans will learn more about this technology when the character debuts on Earth 616. It'll be interesting to see the writers draw inspiration from this version of the character, even if it's highly unlikely that the variant will receive the majority of the attention moving forward, given that he's dead and all. And on that note, we're wrapping up today's video about John Krasinski's status in the MCU. Thanks for watching today's video, and before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on for more videos like these. See you next time.